Hey guys, welcome to Biker Talk. With Sydney back in lockdown, unfortunately I can't do too many rides, which is sad because behind me I have the Meteor on loan from Royal Enfield to do a little review, which you'll see coming up on the channel. I can't wait to get that out on the road again. So far I've been really impressed with it. A couple of months ago I caught up with Lucas and his Ducati 600 SS. I hope you enjoy.
My name's Lucas. I've been riding on and off my whole life. Dirt bikes since I was 12 years old. Got my license at 17, started on a Ninja, ended up with this 600 SS, which I find fantastic, phenomenal ride, and it's a real cultural experience as well. It's got that Italian flair to it. 7 years old, my uncle came around, he had a Vespa and a spare helmet, and he said, "Oh, do you want to go on the back? It'll be a laugh." I didn't know any better, so I said yes. Scared the daylight out of me. Yeah, ever since then I thought, I really want one of those. 1997 model, 600 cc's, I think it's 598. 59 horsepower or something like that, you know, having headers. It's a little bit more than normal. 5-speed neutral that's impossible to find between first and second. Single front disc, which when I have time is going to be a dual because it's just not enough. No ABS on that bike. It's air-cooled. Got Desmodronic valves as well. So no valve springs and shims when you need to service it, which takes a bit to get used to, but it's okay. Obviously I'm a social rider, like me and my mates go down to Kurnell or up Macquarie Pass. I just fancy a ride sometimes and so I go. There's something about the soul of my bike that I can't get enough of. I like to reflect on the design of anything I drive. Think about, I try to get into the mindset of what was the person thinking when they designed this? Why did they make it this way? And I try and get to know the bike, get into the head of the creator of that bike or the car or whatever it is. So I'd say I ride to learn. I really love how flawed it is. They seem to make these bikes that are amazing to look at, incredible to listen to, but have so many flaws for you to kind of tinker with and fix. I like the way that I can work on it myself. I've got a little handbook and I can flick through it. The diagrams are all there, and being a dated bike, there's countless forum posts about it. Being carbureted, it's relatively easy for a beginner to use. When you give it a little bit of throttle, it feels like you have to give it more because it's, you know, a little bit rough. It's like it's egging you on to give more and more and more throttle, and eventually you run out of gear and it feels like, oh well, I might as well change gear, and the whole cycle starts again. It's the only bike I've had where it eggs you on to go faster through the corner, to brake a little bit later, flick it through a corner and to have fun with it. And I think that to design a bike that can really capture that is incredible. And I haven't really ridden anything like it since I've owned it. The Royal National Park area, near where I live, National Park ride essentially cuts through just remote bush. And goes at one point right along a waterline, then up on a cliff edge. It's fantastic. Perfect combination of scenery and moderate corners, nothing too challenging. It's about a 45-minute ride, and then funnily enough, when you get to the end, there's a cafe just seemingly there just for riders. There's always heaps of bikes there. It's a shared experience. A lot of people love it. Get a coffee, look at the view from the cliff top, and then ride home. Yeah, it's a phenomenal ride. Last year I did the Snowy ride. The views going up the Snowy Mountain was amazing. Going through these Victorian countrysides, the Bonang Highway was just mind-blowing. It was like a 2-hour-long Nasho run. It was fantastic. That was the best riding experience I've had since I can remember. It was interesting because I actually ended up in hospital from that ride. My regulator rectifier failed on my 600, and so the battery was inflating like a football and throwing out this sulfuric gas, and I was inhaling it. And I got home and thought, oh man, I feel really ill. rang up the poison hotline. They're like, yep, you've inhaled battery. So ended up going to hospital. So that was probably the most exciting, interesting ride I've had. Any new rider, I give the same advice to. Do not buy something too fast. Do not think that you're going to grow into something. Buy something nice and easy, something you can ease into, and you can learn rider controls. You have to learn things like braking distance, where to brake, which gear to pick, where to position yourself on the road, how close to be to cars, what to look at when you're riding and things like that. There's so much to think about before you even think about power. So my one piece of advice, buy something easy to ride. Don't buy something crazy.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're always looking for new stories, so if you've got a cool bike and a great story, get in touch. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can ride a motorcycle, and that's kind of the same thing.